Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this Creative Warrior online webinar with Vidya Dan by Media and Entertainment Skills Council. It's amazing to meet you all on the Independence Day. Yes, we are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav today. And today we have an amazing personality with us. We'll be talking to our Honorable Chairman, Sir, Shri Ramesh Sippy ji. And before I go on and invite Sir on this session, would really like to talk a little about today's day. Today being an Independence Day, and as we all are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, I am sure you all could go with the Abhiyan, the Har Ghar Tiranga Abhiyan. And let's have, with this, let me have Sir here with me. So before Sir joins in, would love to introduce him a little. Mr. Ramesh Sippy ji, although he needs no introduction, but I'll take this honor to do it myself. He's a renowned filmmaker, director, producer, educationist, and a great visionary. He is also a winner of a civilian honor of Padma Shri. The films directed and produced by him are considered to be some of the finest and the best films in Indian cinema. The epic movie Sholay had made everyone speechless in 1975. Sholay has also received many Best Film honors. In fact, it was the film of Millennium by BBC India in 1999. He have a lot of multiple of films, multiple of super hits, but also, he held many positions like a president of Film Television Producer Guild of India, co-chairman FICCI Media and Entertainment Division, and a chairperson with NFDC, to just name a few. He's a gifted storyteller and a master craftsman. He introduced Indian cinema to many new filmmaking technologies, including 70mm and stereophonic sound that now we see in theaters. So, sir, most welcome on this platform of Vidyadan on this special day of independence. Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar.
So it's a great honor to have you here on this platform.
I'm delighted to be here. I'm very happy to be here with people who are anxious to become part of this industry, and some who are already a part and helping out on our side, like SC and their officials and their office bearers. They are all very, very helpful and very useful. I am very happy to be joining that group of people who can go out there and help people.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, today being a special day when we all are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, here we are here to talk about the glorious Indian cinema. Your journey from 70s till today, your era, like 70s was actually your era. If would really appreciate if you can share your few thoughts on the 70s era, please.
Certainly. I'm going to start in the middle of the decade, the 70s decade, and come straight to Sholay, because it was also released on Independence Day. It was released on the 15th of August. So here's to Sholay, and happy Independence Day to everyone. Ghar Tiranga. So my journey started in 61 when I joined the company, and I started working at the lowest level. I was the 7th production boy, and started to speak, listen and learn. So And I know in between, I did poke my nose and tried to put a word in, and I got some dirty looks and stepped back. I realized it was not my place to speak. I was so excited that I felt like saying something. Then the journey continued through films like Johar Mahmood and Goa and Mere Sanam. And after that, I became executive producer on a film called Brahmachari with Shammi Kapoor and Rajshri. And of course, a host of lovely young children. And we also had Mumtaz in a special side, which she was the second lead. And also we had with us the Sachin, the young Sachin boy who worked in Brahmachari, came and worked with me as one of the boys. It was really, really very good. It was a very exciting film, and I think I learned a lot on that film by becoming its executive producer. We released that film and moved on to the next. After that, a host of films. And finally, 69 January, I became a full-fledged director with Andaz, with Shammi Kapoor, Hema Malini, and Rajesh Khanna in a very special role, and also a special appearance by Simi Garewal. All these, and Aruna Irani playing a very nice role. So that journey continued. It was released in quite a successful film, but it catered more to city audiences. Therefore, I was determined in my next film to go on to a much more commercial kind of film, but making it well, but making it commercial well. And that was Sita Aur Geeta, with Ali playing a double role, Dharmendra ji and Sanjeev Kumar as the two opposite her. It was really, really a lot of fun making the film, and I wasn't surprised when it was a big hit, because it was a very, very enjoyable film. Salim Javed wrote a fabulous script. Hema ji scored beautifully, as did all the actors in the film, and my journey moved on. There was a break because it took time to decide now what. After Andaz, after Sita Aur Geeta, what should I be making? And then finally we decided to go in for an action and adventure. And that's how Sholay was born. Again, Salim Javed were brilliant. We all sat together and worked out on the script, and the final casting happened so right. Every role fitted in. One person who we signed could not come for the shoot because he was stuck in a shooting in Afghanistan with Feroz Khan doing that film over there. Dharmatma, I think that was the title of the film, which was a big hit itself. But me, as luck would have it, Danny's absence brought in Amjad Khan. And the rest is history. He became the most popular guy in the films. And we miss him today, as we miss a lot of people, Sanjeev Kumar and so many others. But that journey was very exciting. 2 years of breakneck work, along with, hundreds and hundreds of workers lots of, I remember for the Diwali thing, we had to get colors from all over the country. We were shooting in Bangalore, 50 miles out of Bangalore, 50 kilometers out of Bangalore, and in a place called Ramnagaram, out of there. And everything was brought on the set and everything was done there, but it was brought from wherever it was needed, including the technicians who came from England and Italy and Spain. So we had the action team that came from there did a lot of good work. So we moved on and I made Shan. But Shan was released in 1980. So that's the 80s. If I'm to continue, yes, then I will tell you about that. Shan was a very difficult film to make. Even more difficult than Sholay, if you will believe it, because it was a complete modern setup, like a James Bond kind of film. And the sets, I went all the way to England with my cameraman and my art director, and we sat with the James Bond guy and discussed the set with him, and he helped us to make plans for that set. Very nice of him, very kind of him. And today, when I look back on it, because that was far more difficult in India, getting that finish on the sets, the floors opening and closing and rotating tables and Shakal's den, underwater. Everything was a whole new experience. So was Sholay, but this was really, really, really difficult. It was not as big a success, but it was another milestone. It went down very well with people, and today also people remember it as it followed that up with a love story, Sagar, bringing back Rishi Kapoor and Dimple Kapadia for the second time after Bobby, and of course the super actor from the South, Kamal Hassan. He was absolutely brilliant. All three of them did a marvelous job helping me tell a story, along with, of course, Javed Akhtar, who not only wrote the script, the dialogues, he also wrote the lyrics, and R.D. Burman, who joined in from Sitaar Gita onwards as a music director, and his background score was so magnificent. The songs were great, but his background score was out of this world. It was another wonderful experience. So I think Sagar had lovely music, a beautiful romantic film. A lot of people today tell me that we can't believe that this was made 30, 35 years ago. So I look back at it as fondly. And, I had the opportunity to work with Mithun Chakravarti. No, sorry. In between, my father pushed me into television because Doordarshan was looking for the film people to come and push Doordarshan. It had started, but क्या हो गया? Is it on?
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
is it okay for me to carry on? Okay.
Yes, it was going like 47 years of Sholay now. In 3 years, we'll be celebrating the Diamond Jubilee.
Absolutely, not diamond, golden jubilee.
Golden Jubilee. I'm sorry.
Yes, 50 years of. And by the way, Sholay also won the Filmfare Best Film of 50 years.
Yes.
In 2005. It was declared the best film in 50 years of Filmfare. Filmfare had been giving those awards for 50 years, and they declared it as the best film of 50 years. It was a very momentous occasion.
Right. I've also read it like in British Film Institutes, it comes under top 10 Indian films
So,
all time.
sorry?
It Sholay comes under the top 10 Indian films of all time,
Well,
as per the poll
yes,
in 2002.
I guess it wasn't just hard work, a lot of luck as well. I had wonderful actors, I had wonderful people who just seemed to fit in films like they were made for them. And it helped me a great deal. Fantastic writers, technicians, Dwarka Devecha, K. Vaikunt to begin with, then Dwarka Devecha, and then Anwar, S.M. Anwar, who continued after that. And I mean, I have had so much help from my technicians and workers who worked absolutely. I had a gentleman on the sets called Aziz Bhai who knew everything and he would handle anything and everything. He was a man on the set. That's it. I had all production people and all, but he, as far as the sets, camera, and everything, he was so good. I miss him terribly.
Oh, so nice to hear all this from you, sir. The entire journey of 70s era and 80s era, and especially you spoke about Bunyad, which is still the favorite television show of our parents and our grandparents. They still remember that Bunyad, yes, when they were nowadays it's available online also. So my parents, they do not feel bad in watching the video, the episodes again.
That's nice.
So,
Yes.
sir, as a paradigm shift, or let's talk about your experience with the biggest stars. Now, talking about, you have taken the names of the biggest stars in the nation nowadays. What your experience have been, you have already shared. Now, what would you suggest to the new Indian artist? Nowadays everybody is looking for a shortcut to success. So what's your suggestion to the new Indian artist or technicians who wish to enter the film industry?
I would say the most important thing is hard work, focused concentration on what you want to do, but I just feel that it's, I don't blame the youngsters. They are a little lost. They do want to come get into films. They do want to be part of this industry, but they're not quite sure what they would be good at. But now I think MESC has come up with a fine solution to that. MeCat has been is going to make a lot of difference because that's a kind of aptitude test that really tells you the way forward, how each individual reacts to that and answers those questions and is able to put forward things. Then there's a whole group of people who will sit and judge what would this person be best for and advise them accordingly and ask them to follow that lead. And I'm sure most of the time it will work in their favor.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure, as you have mentioned, MeCat is definitely going to be a solution for the students who wish to enter the industry but doesn't know where to go or which field to take. So coming to the paradigm shift of nowadays, now in last 2 years, we have seen the Indian cinema is shifting to OTT.
First of all, let me tell all of them, all these youngsters, and that what's going to happen when I came into the industry and now, Yes, there's a paradigm shift, that's for sure. But also, it's important to understand that there's a whole lot of more work today than there ever was. Not just cinema and television. You have all other platforms like the OTT platform and satellite, and there's so much more. And then there are chat shows and sports, and it's almost unlimited, the kind of work and it's going to keep growing. Look at our sportsmen today, how wonderfully they are faring all over the world. The Commonwealth Games just ended, showed us that they are absolutely marvelous. And they're all, each year they are growing. The government is also giving them all the incentives to do their best. And they are coming forward and putting their best foot forward and bringing back trophies like never before. So I think films on sports, films on events, films about life, and of course the traditional films of romance and storytelling as we knew it then, which has now undergone again a lot of change. And people are looking ahead, looking forward to doing new things. And today you can be a little less apprehensive about new ideas being accepted because there is a lot more acceptability today. Audiences have also changed. It's not just that and things change according to the change in society. And that's happened. It's happening all the time. That's the one constant thing is change. Now we're going to see that how it's going to help us. It's going to be tougher. There's going to be more competition also, but it will also mean that there is a lot more space to work in.
Right. Media and entertainment being the most aspiring sector, most aspiring industry. And a lot of aspirants every year are entering this industry. I'm sure you're saying that there is more work now and a lot more is coming will be really inspirational for all of them.
Yes, I have to say that these 2 years have taken a toll on the whole country. We have suffered a lot. Everyone has suffered. So even education has taken a hit, and like the rest of the country, but the country is getting back to its feet, and so is the industry. So everything will start working out, and I'm sure in the next couple of years, things will be once again very good to look at for the future. And yes, and the work will keep expanding all the time. So, and today, people are even going and making a mark out of the country. So that opens up again new avenues. But you got to be right for it. You got to not just have an aptitude. You got to have the hard work and dedication to pursue that love and that ambition, and it'll take you places.
Thank you, sir. So would really request on this Independence Day when everyone is excited and that feeling of the patriotism that comes in, especially during the month of August when we are celebrating independence, would really love if you can give a message to the aspirants or I'll say the entire youth of the nation via this platform.
Well, I'll say one thing. We all have our beloved Prime Minister saying so much. We just need to follow what he says, and we'll be there. So, once again, let me reiterate, nothing can replace hard work. Put your best foot forward. This Independence Day, 75 years from independence, after independence, we have achieved a lot. But let's try and see that in the next 25 years, we'll achieve as much more as we have in 75 years. So that should make it a goal, and that should inspire everybody. Happy Independence Day to all of you. And as it says, Har Ghar Tiranga. So put up that flag if you haven't already, and wish the country all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Really pleasure talking to you today. Having you as a chairman is really an honor for us. And we really look forward to grow under your guidance. And yes, everyone, a very happy Independence Day. We are celebrating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav from last year, and it will continue for another 75 weeks. So let's grow, glow all together and spread happiness and growth to the country. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time, sir. Really wonderful to have you. And wonderful to have you all. We'll surely meet soon. Stay in touch. Yes. Subscribe to our channels on social media. We are there available. And yes, follow us and we'll meet again. Bye-bye.